Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! So I have lived on this island for all of my life, and it is really beautiful here, which is why I wish Disney would shoot Descendants 6 here, because it is absolutely gorgeous, and I would love to be the writer and producer behind Descendants and all the creative energy that would be put behind it, because I have so much to offer this franchise. I want to put it out there that if Disney will sell me the franchise for $22.5 million, I will gladly buy it, and I'll be more than obliging, because I think that you girls have deserved far better than what you've been seeing on YouTube, what you've been hearing in the way of reviews, and I just wanted to help you make sense of it. I really wanted to give you hope that we would see Descendants 6, that we would never see this franchise end, and it would live eternally in our hearts. That's all I've ever wanted to do, along with encouraging you that every dream that you have is possible, because I know how a lot of critics are on YouTube. They put a lot of time and a lot of effort behind videos that criticize Descendants and Zombies, either criticism just generally or constructive criticism, and either way you look at it, is not really what you want to see. You want to hear that we will see Ruby Rose Turner return to Descendants by the time we see Descendants 6 if time travel makes its return. You want to hear how Liamani Segura will stay on board for the Descendants franchise, how Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker will film another movie. That's what you want to hear, and I'm just giving you what you want to hear, because I really do believe in this passion that we share, and a passion that has brought us all together, and I've wanted to create something very special for each and every one of you, and I put my heart into these videos because I think that so many people just don't. So many people just don't show up for videos and give you what you want. They promise you Descendants and Zombies videos, and you never ever see them surface. Some YouTube channels probably have 3 Descendants videos uploaded. I've got 230. And that just goes to show how much of a passion I have for Descendants and Zombies, and how much of a passion I share with each and every one of you. I have always been a theater kid all of my life, and I've been involved with every stage production that you could ever think of or ever imagine, like Dracula, Romeo and Juliet, A Midnight Summer's Dream. I've been a part of every one of them. I think that it's a tremendous honor to be able to sit behind this podcast microphone and create videos for you about stories that relate to Descendants and remind you of just how much of a passion Descendants has been for so many people. One thing that I really love is how friendships have been created from Descendants and the passion that you share with your friends. So a girl will get off the school bus on her first day of school. She will run over to a girl she's never met before in her life, and the first question she will pose to her is, are you a fan of Descendants? The two of you will reach an agreement about how you are, an understanding about how you are a fan of Descendants, and you will fall in love with each other, and that's it. You're friends for the rest of your lives. I love that so much, and I've seen that. You know, I've seen girls show up at my door dressed up as their favorite Descendants characters. They have explained to me the origin behind why they are dressed up as their favorite Descendants characters, and every year on Halloween I'm sitting behind a computer with a Reese's Pieces cup, and I am researching why girls love Descendants so much, and I'm blown away by all the support that you've given this franchise. I really love it so much. I loved researching it. I loved creating content for you about it, no matter if it was about Dove Cameron, no matter if it was about Ruby Rose Turner, who I have a lot of respect for, and I'm going to miss being a part of Descendants 5. I want to put it out there, Ruby, that if I take over directing Descendants, you will be more than welcome to return to Descendants. I will find something for you to do. I give you my word. I've loved Ruby for forever, ever since she was 12 years old, and it was such an honor for me to follow Ruby Rose Turner's career. So when I heard about her joining the Descendants cast, I was thrilled. I was beyond thrilled. I thought that Descendants was going to have so much more offer to it. It was going to be brought to life in a way that it had never been brought to life before. And Ruby really did live up to all my expectations, and I am incredibly proud of Ruby Rose Turner. The thing is, I really don't think the directors have sat down with the cast members of Descendants and really reached a mutual understanding of what they wanted to get the most out of this experience for having done. I saw this at the Worlds Collide tour. I was blown away by how much of a connection the stars of the franchises had with the fans. Every chance they got, they were either crowd surfing, they were down in the crowd, high-fiving each other, and I loved it so much. I wanted to be a producer just so I could sit back in the crowd and I could watch the girls in the crowd having so much fun. I have so much respect for every single person who ever proudly said they were a fan of Descendants. I would have loved to have been a director. I would have loved to have been in the crowd, tapped somebody on the shoulder and just asked them if they were having a good time and if there was anything that I could do for them. Believe you me, you girls want me to be the director and creative force behind Descendants and Zombies, because this will really bring it to life in a way that it's never brought to life before. A greater appreciation will be seen for it. The stars won't feel as much pressure on their shoulders because I will alleviate that. And, I think if we're up to you guys, I really would be the producer of Descendants for Zombies. If not that, the President of the United States. I have seen Kylie Control cry way too much on videos for TikTok, where she's had to issue apologies for how she's felt, how she's expressed her emotions, and that really upset me. I think Kylie Control did nothing wrong in her relationship, and I will stand to that. I think Dove Cameron did nothing wrong in her relationship. What did she do? Want to be herself? And Ryan McCartney and Thomas Doherty couldn't come to a mutual understanding with her. I think they should have understood her for the books that she read or the type of music she listened to. If they would have done that, then they probably would still be with Dove Cameron. I love Dove Cameron so much. I know that Dove Cameron closed the book on reprising a role as Mal for Descendants because she had believed that she had told the story and completed it. So why criticize her? It was her decision to part ways with the franchise. But I think that Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner and Neela Baker putting their friendship on display is perfect. I don't think that any dastardly rumors should be derived from this about how they're in a relationship. I think it's beautiful how they are putting their friendship on display. I think we should see more of this. I'd love to see Ruby Rose Turner come into the mix and have the three of them put their friendship on display. Because if you've seen any of the videos where Kylie, Malia, and Ruby get together, they have so much fun, and I don't see anything wrong with posting that on social media. I really don't. If a girl has a friendship with another girl and she's proud of it outside of her relationship with her guy, then why not? I've supported that all of my life. I've even emailed friends of my girlfriends and told them thank you so much for being a friend to my girlfriend and supporting her in ways that I never could. Because there are ways girls understand each other that guys never will be able to. But I think it really takes a genuine guy to really understand that and to really accept that and to put that into perspective. And I've spent all of my life trying to put that into perspective to understand why girls love each other so much. And it is really so beautiful. I think that if more guys really put into perspective why girls love each other so much and are incredibly supportive of each other, you would really have a greater respect and understanding for the girl that you're with. And it really is beautiful. It's a really enthralling experience. I've had many girlfriends over the years where they've been friends with girls and they've told girls more than they've ever told me, and I don't see anything wrong with that. As much as I'd love for a girl to tell me everything, I see nothing wrong with that because it is a very strong, very powerful thing to really feel. And you really feel a girl's emotions in her tears sometimes when she's trying to explain it to a guy, because she can't explain it to a guy the same way she can to one of her best friends. And I've always supported that. And I just want to say thank you to every girl who has been a part of my girlfriend's life in the years that I've had so many relationships that never really worked out for the better. But I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for just being here, because I've had the honor to have met so many beautiful girls in my lifetime that I could never keep. But the understanding that they've had with their friends blows my mind. And if you have a girl in your life that is really special to you, you have something to be very thankful for. And I think that's what Kylie Cantrell and Ruby Rose Turner and Neela Baker have done such a fabulous job doing. And you're saying to yourself, hey, Jonathan Clarke, you understand these Descendant stars better than they understand themselves. Well, I don't really know about that, but I just know everything there is to know about these stars, and perhaps I do know more about them than what they know about themselves or what they've ever publicly admitted. For instance, I know Ruby Rose Turner has a dad named Andrew who loves English muffins, who spent most of his career in England, and I would love the opportunity to meet him. I think that these stars are absolutely unbelievable. I know that Kylie Cantrell may have had the support from her family, like her mom was a professional dancer, her dad was a producer, so they grew up in a dance home. So she had the support, but I think she could have had more support from fans, because I think a lot of people just immediately jumped down the throat of Kylie Cantrell when they didn't need to be, when they didn't understand anything about a relationship and why it turned for the worse, when it unexpectedly did. I think that Kylie Cantrell has this unique quality where she can see the good in anybody before anybody else ever could. That's what made her stand out amongst all of her friends who were posting videos on YouTube of them singing and dancing ever before she did. And when she finally got the opportunity to launch her own YouTube show along with posting videos of her singing and dancing on TikTok and YouTube, she just blew up because of just how incredibly supportive she was of people. I love seeing a smile on Kylie Cantrell's face. I also love seeing a smile on Ruby Rose Turner's face, because it just goes to show just how much of a fun experience this really has been for them. But I think what really needs to be alleviated is the pressure off of their shoulders, living up to Disney's expectations, living up to the writer and producer's expectations. I saw an interview with Kylie Cantrell just last week, actually, where she said that the producer and writer of Descendants was going to be calling her following an interview if she leaked any spoilers. I don't think that needs to happen. I think that whatever Kylie Cantrell wants to tell her fans about Descendants, about behind-the-scenes stuff happening, should happen. And I'll tell you why Disney doesn't want that leaked. Disney doesn't want that leaked because they are far from creative. They are far from creative minds, and they are lacking in the creative mind department. I have a mind that is so creative that could create endless amounts of chapters for Descendants that have yet to be written. I mean, there are so many characters that you could see in the franchise that have never appeared, like the son or daughter of Hercules, the son or daughter of the Little Mermaid, the son or daughter of Jack Skellington and Sally. There are so many opportunities in so many distant worlds like Halloween Town, Neverland, that have yet to see their introduction into this Olympus. And I just wanted to offer something special to the Descendants franchise, and I just wanted to take away and eliminate the constructive criticism. Because a girl at 7 years old does not need to hear constructive criticism. What she wants are cool videos about how there was an alien mothership on the way to Earth to kill us all. She may not understand why there was an alien mothership on the way to Earth to kill us all, but she finds it funny how a guy actually lives 5 minutes away from a noodle shop and may have to work there because his videos on YouTube may backfire. That's what a girl wants to hear. And she wants to be given hope that she will see a new chapter of Descendants. She will see a new chapter of zombies. We don't know what was in that vortex, but I think a lot of people, more especially who are reviewing zombies, are believing that we're running out of supernatural creatures. Don't ever believe that, because there are endless amounts of opportunities for trolls, goblins, witches, mermaids to see their introduction into this franchise. And by the way, Freya Sky and Malachi Burton are doing a fabulous job with this franchise. I give them so much credit and so much praise. I remember weeks ago when the Zombies franchise was receiving its fair share of criticism for the music videos that had premiered Place to Be and Don't Mess With Us. I think that those music videos were absolutely fabulous, but what got me and grabbed my attention were so many people jumped on their podcast and immediately started doing reaction videos about something they didn't understand. What was the reason behind the blood fruit? Daywalkers and Nightwalkers existing and being unable to coexist. At a particular point in the movie, they got along, but they didn't always get along, and people were so oblivious to what a Daywalker and a Nightwalker was. That was a real duh moment, I think, and people just wanted to criticize it because they knew they could criticize it and get away with it, and nobody was going to say anything about it, and I told them immediately they had to stop. I jumped on my podcast within 5 minutes of seeing the Don't Mess With Us music video and the Place to Be music videos, and I said, we have to stop. We really got to back off and give them a chance to breathe. Give this movie a chance and stop reviewing it negatively. Give Descendants 5 Book of Wonderland a chance and see where we go from here. Because I'm really excited to see what the future has in store. I mean, sure, I may have received worldwide popularity for wanting to have kicked the ass of Ryan McCartan, kicked the ass of Thomas Doherty, kicked the ass of Kylie Cantrell's boyfriend. My kick-ass list seems to be pretty endless. But somehow I received worldwide popularity, and I got the support from each and every one of you. It didn't matter if I wanted to kick the ass of Thomas Doherty, Ryan McCartan, Kylie Cantrell's ex-man, and vertical suplex him in a nightclub somewhere, or even run for president of the United States. Girls knew it was a genuine guy hosting the show. He had a reason for believing what he believed, and you supported it. And I have each and every one of you to thank for that because you made me famous overnight. I could just be some guy going to Booster Juice, upset over the fact the guy who owns Booster Juice's actual name is not Booster, coming home with no subscribers, no views, and no likes. But I'm coming home with 2,758 subscribers tonight, and I have each and every one of you to thank for that. And you've given me incentive to come back later on tonight with another video. I don't know if it's going to be on Descendants. I don't know if it's going to be on zombies, but I have each and every one of you to thank for that. I've seriously thought about talking about some of the shows that Kylie Cantrell and Mila Baker have previously been on. I might do that to change things up here on this YouTube channel. But I love creating Descendants and Zombies videos because I share in that same passion as each and every one of you. I've become devoted to creating Descendants and Zombies videos for each and every one of you. I try to upload at least 4 videos a day, 3 to 4 videos a day, even if it's just one video uploaded on this YouTube channel. It's something that you can trust in, something you can depend on, and something you can believe in. No matter if I live behind a soccer field where a girls' soccer team plays every Friday night, which is actually tomorrow night, go team, and they scream and shout. I love the enthusiasm. Somehow I've had this thing where I live across the road from ambulances, and I live across the road from a soda plantation and a chemical plant that could explode, but I love that. I love that because it just creates excitement, and it makes me feel as if I was a part of the Zombies franchise from the very first moment it premiered on Disney Channel, which I remember being in February of 2018. I've loved it ever since. I was going through a real difficult time in my life. I just lost my dad. He had passed away, and I fell in love with these two niches, and each and every one of you have been incredibly supportive of me ever since. And I've met so many beautiful people because of this franchise, and it's an experience that I will forever cherish and hold close to my heart. There's no other place in the world I would rather be than having the honor to sit behind this podcast microphone and to have talked about Descendants and Zombies for however long I've had the honor to sit behind this podcast microphone and talk about it. Because in all honesty, this is truly unbelievable. I look forward to seeing where Clarke and Mila Baker are going to take the Descendants franchise. I really do. Because the Descendants franchise to me is beautiful. It offered us a second chance at life. It offered us a chance at redemption. It offered us a chance at reinventing ourselves. And I think a lot of people were able to do that and do that very effectively. And I have a lot of respect for people who love Descendants and Zombies. You got to believe me. The friendships that have been created and derived from Descendants, unbelievable. This friendship between Clarke and Mila Baker, I can't seem to get enough of it. I can't seem to get enough of Liamani Segura, and she hasn't even premiered in Descendants yet. And that's saying something, because she's going to be something really special. She's going to be something really extraordinary. I think she has a lot to offer to the Descendants franchise. There is actually a rumor about a Life is Sweeter When You Are remake being distributed for the Descendants franchise. And I'm really excited to see where we go from here because of this rumor. I really am. Because if we see this, we're going to be able to compare the two songs. Now, I don't think it's going to be as good as Ruby Rose Turner's version of Life is Sweeter When You Are, but if in fact there is a remake, I will find a way to support it, and I will find a way to say something good about it, because I know people will criticize it. What they will do is, as soon as they hear the remake of Life is Sweeter When You Are, they will immediately resort to criticizing it. I just don't want to do that for you guys. If I'm going to create a video, I'm going to find everything good to say about the music, about the story, how it unfolded, the Kingdom Cup games, what happened with Red and Chloe, what's next with the Descendants franchise. I don't ever want to see this end. I just wanted to always bring it to life for you in a way that nobody else was able to bring it to life. And I like to believe that I did that. I really like to believe that I did that. Also, I was incredibly supportive of the Zombies franchise, because the Zombies franchise is just absolutely beautiful for acceptance, for standing up for what you believe in, encouragement, finding your true love and falling in love with them for eternity. Because I think that Descendants did a fabulous job with that too, but Zombies had a different spin on it, and I thought it was really cool how Disney was really coming into a different realm with the Zombies franchise, a zombies horror sci-fi kind of musical, which is something Disney had never attempted. The closest resemblance to that would have been High School Musical years ago, and that's coming from somebody who was a huge High School Musical fan. And I still am a huge High School Musical fan, but with the book closed on High School Musical and High School Musical the series on Disney Plus, we have this to look forward to. And now the passing of the torch that occurred in the Zombies franchise secures the future of it, and an additional 3 movies which could be released over the span of the next 10 years. I'm good for the next 10 years, and if in fact there is an alien mothership on the way to Earth to kill us all, I'm incredibly supportive of that. I'm ready to die. I'm good to go. Because there is no better niche or no incredibly supportive niche that I would rather die with than this one. Because you guys have shown me love from the very first video that was uploaded on this YouTube channel. For those of you who are new here, some of the very first subscribers that I've ever put up on this YouTube channel and had the honor to perform for and upload videos for are still here. And for those of you who are diehard within the first 150 subscribers of the 3,000 we have put up on this YouTube channel, that really just goes a long way. It goes a long way in really putting into perspective just how supportive you've been of this YouTube channel and been supportive of me. Because when I felt like I had nobody and I couldn't make sense of my own life, I knew I had each and every one of you. And I've had a lot of people ignore me over the years and give me criticism when I really didn't deserve to have criticism thrown my way. People said some awful things about my videos. Some people said awful things about me as a person. But each and every one of you have stood behind me for forever. And it's really given me incentive to create videos and give me a new perspective on creative energy. And I love doing it. I love podcasting. I had a conversation the other day with one of my friends from New York, who I talk about quite a bit on this YouTube channel, who I'm particularly fond of. I don't know how I feel about him sticking his head in through my window every morning informing me that there's an alien space probe on the way to Earth to kill us all, but that remains to be seen. But I had this conversation with him, and I said, I love podcasting. And he said, sure you do, because it's your portal It's how you connect with your audience, and I really do love doing it. You know, years ago, I was just a co-host of a show, so I couldn't say what I wanted. I couldn't produce my show the way that I wanted, and it really upset me because I wanted to convey a different message from what the host of the show was doing, and as the co-host, you really don't stand out as much as the host or the niche that you're trying to attract. When I finally went in on my own, all I ever wanted to do was be kind to each and every one of you and to let you know that there was hope out there and hope did exist. No matter if you saw yourself through the eyes of your favorite Descendants character like Ruby Rose Turner, Kylie Cantrell, Mila Baker, or your favorite zombie star like Meg Donnelly or Freya Sky, I saw nothing wrong with that. What I saw everything wrong with was the criticism they were receiving, how they were being backed into proverbial corners that they themselves couldn't even make sense of. And I just wanted to tell you stories that reminded me of my experience being a Descendants and Zombies fan, which is something no other YouTube creator out there strive to do. Because all they do is they review videos about Descendants and Zombies in the way of reaction videos. They rank the songs, they rank the scenes, what their favorite Descendants or Zombies movie was. And that's not really offering you what you want. What I wanted to do was just create something special for you that you could run away with, that you would always remember. Because my greatest fear has always been, I know I'm saying a lot of stuff that John Cena has been saying recently, but his greatest fear was always that, yeah, he would be forgotten. But my greatest fear was always that I would be forgotten. I never ever wanted any girl that I had a crush on in high school to ever forget about me, but they did. I never ever wanted any of my friends to forget about me, but they did. The only people that never forgot about me up until this point is each and every one of you. I never ever thought this YouTube channel would see 5 subscribers, much less 3,000 subscribers. I'm expecting about 3,000 subscribers to come in by next Friday, or if not sooner. I love each and every one of you so much. And that's something that I never ever want you to forget. I appreciate you for being a Descendants and Zombies fan. I appreciate the fact that you breathe. I appreciate the fact that you supported me when nobody else did. Because in all honesty, I don't know where I would be without each and every one of you. I tell you these crazy stories about how I lived across the road from a vampire, how my girlfriends thought they were vampires. I've been involved in a lot of crazy situations in my lifetime, and a lot of crazy stage productions, and done a lot of crazy stuff for Kylie Cantrell, Dove Cameron, Emily Osment, Miley Cyrus, Lindsay Lohan, who are celebrities that will be credited forever. Forever in a lifetime for having made me famous overnight, because if not for Lindsay, if not for Miley Cyrus, if not for Emily Osment, the originals, I probably would not be here. I know for a fact if not for Dove Cameron, I wouldn't be here. If not for me wanting to vertical suplex Ryan McCartan and Kylie Cantrell's ex-man, I probably wouldn't even be here, or my background in pro wrestling. Thank you girls so much for loving these videos, having appreciated my voice for however long you have, and allowing me to be the song in your heart that's obviously been on repeat for what feels like forever. It really means the world to me that I've been able to create so many wonderful videos for each and every one of you. It really does. And my heart goes out to each and every single person who ever was so proud to say that they were a fan of Descendants and Zombies, because all I ever wanted to do was look at Descendants and Zombies and appreciate it for the way that it was meant to be appreciated for forever now. And that's why I'll come back tonight with more incentive to create more videos for each and every one of you. I don't know how much of a reach these videos have, to be honest, with each and every one of you, but I know it's reaching enough people to forever leave an imprint on their hearts, because I know how much Descendants and Zombies means to each and every one of you. I look forward to seeing Liamani Segura's introduction into the Descendants franchise, what she will offer to this franchise, and most certainly how she will bring it to life in a way that no other Descendants character has been able to ever bring it to life. I think there is a greater appreciation for characters who have yet to premiere that we're getting a glimpse into the life of. Obviously, it's a consequence of time travel, but just because it's a consequence of time travel doesn't mean it can't be something spectacular. I've always wanted the opportunity to go back in time, kind of like how Kylie Cantrell wanted to go back in time, be in possession of Pagawachi and experience the 1990s. I loved the 1990s. I loved all the Disney animation in the 1990s, The Lion King, Goof Troop, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast. I was there for it all, and it's so much of an honor, if not an even more prestigious honor, to be here to talk about Descendants and Zombies for each and every one of you. I don't know if this was what I was meant to do, but it's such an honor to be able to do it for you, because I think that a lot of people don't create as great videos as this. They don't really put a passion behind it. You don't even hear the passion in their voice. So when I create these videos, I just want you to hear my passion from my voice. I want you to hear my opinion for what it's worth. You can take it or leave it, but I would rather you just appreciate it and know that I really do love each and every one of you, and I'm here for you. This YouTube channel will forever and always be here for you and because of you, because I could be just some guy uploading videos on YouTube that really don't make a whole lot of sense. But I know deep down in my heart, in the depths of my heart, that these videos have made sense to each and every one of you for whatever reasons you love these videos. I really don't know, because many of you can't tell me. But I just want you to know I love you so much, and while other YouTube creators are creating these ridiculous videos about Descendants and zombies, I just wanted to give you something special you could run away with, and just know that dreams do come true. I know a lot of people say that dreams do come true, but they say it just because they feel like they want to say it. I just say it because it's really a reality. And I know I wouldn't be here if not for each and every one of you. So I just want to say thank you so much from my heart to yours, from one heart to another. And we will do this again in a couple of hours from now, which I'm actually really excited about, because I love creating these videos. Every opportunity I get, I'm sitting behind this podcast microphone, and you got to believe me, there is no place in the world I would rather be than having the honor to sit behind this podcast microphone for you and because of you, because life is sweeter when all of us are. Having said that, I will return, make an illustrious return later on tonight, one more time at least, before I sign off for the evening. I want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you continue to show this YouTube channel. Right now, I'm at 2,758 subscribers. If you could help me get to 2,760 before the night ends, before the night is over, and we call a show, thank you so much for that. I would love for you to be a part of this incredible journey that you girls have got me on. Forever and always incredibly supportive. I am by your side for forever, and I will never ever forget about you. I love you girls so much. Thank you so much for allowing me to have been part of your lives for what feels like an eternity. Be kind to one another now, and we will do this again in just a few hours from now.